Is Adam22 next on his chopping block, bro? We finna get into this point, Flacco. I don't know why the feds are be on Adam when Adam is the feds. Literally his grandfather, his last name is Grand Mason, bro. So we finna get into it though.
This big UN Rolling 60 federal Rico indictment was announced. No Jumper has sort of been thrown into
Get the crumbs off your mustache, gang. And this the thing too, bro. It's been a rolling 60s indictment across America. Y'all go check out my last video.
Because multiple transcripts from No Jumper podcast was included in the indictment. And a lot of people is naming No Jumper as culprits, naming No Jumper as a platform that instigated a lot of the beef. Adam22 pretty much expected this would have been a brewing conversation since people has always, I mean, for as long as I've been at No Jumper, they've always attached the police allegations to No Jumper. So now that a Rico indictment happened with podcast transcripts from No Jumper, they essentially was going to do that nonetheless. So Adam did a pretty good job at addressing those accusations fairly quickly. He took to his Snapchat to address the accusations that No Jumper is somewhat responsible for the Rico indictment of Bricc Baby, Loose Cannon, and other people who have, visited No Jumper or have co-hosted or been employed by No Jumper. And he also addressed the accusations being flown out there that he was somehow cooperating with the feds.
See, this is the thing. Even if Adam is police, bro, I don't give a fuck because I'm not gonna tell on myself, bro. I'm not gonna go in there so this is the thing though, bro. Niggas knew the risk they was taking. They just kept playing with fire. Shit. Adam might be police, but I don't give a fuck.
I see a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Bricc got caught up.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free.
I'll never let a nigga like Adam trick me on my position. Is you crazy?
Here, 22.
Fuck out of here.
You know what I do? I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the people are getting caught up, especially with Bricc. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been us, right? So, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal Rico indictments, whatever the is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper, no Jumper was the antidote to this bull.
Yeah, this shit was already
I've seen people point out that we conduct federal interviews. Again, I'm not even going to say you're wrong about that, bro, because we do be asking some federal questions, but those federal questions really have nothing to do with the Rico indictment because Bricc Baby and Loose Cannon weren't really guests per se. Loose Cannon was at No Jumper once a month. Bricc Baby was a permanent co-host.
Flacco left No Jumper and started going crazy, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. He has a good YouTube channel, bro, especially if you want to stay hip. He's better than DJ Academics to me. Now, a lot of people don't like Flacco. You know what I'm saying? I seen Big Homie call him an immigrant. But he don't give me like fresh and fit Myron vibes. Like, I'm not saying I would kick it with bro, but he better than that. I feel like he better than the Myron. I mean, that type of shit. Like, them niggas on a whole different, like, you know what I'm saying?
So the interview questions have nothing to do with the host. So if you're saying that No Jumper is responsible for the co-host getting indicted, then I feel like you sort of have to bring more proof because think about it for real. Like, what would No Jumper be able to do, or how is No Jumper responsible for, let's say, Bricc Baby coming on the podcast and telling Loose Cannon that he has more bodies in their section than Loose Cannon had fades?
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood and homies. Yeah, those than you got squabbles in the set. On the hood. Hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horace Mann, or at 54th. When did you get put on? When did you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out on 2002 Eileen Street at June House. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You been in
Man, cuz Billy was a part of my put on. Dave was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first name was Baby Wild. He's an Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third squabble. Who did you squabble, gang?
Everybody.
Who? You didn't squabble everybody. You would have went home stuff.
Shut your
You didn't go. Hey, you come up here with 30. None of them was from 60s.
Listen, I'm with y'all. Federal questions, federal interviews. We probably got to do a better job at that, all right?
Yeah.
But in terms of the behavior,
that was crazy. You wouldn't even think that's an interview. You think that's niggas just arguing on their own time. That's a fucking interview. Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
employees.
That's crazy.
On their own respective podcasts. Like, there's really few things that Adam could do to really cartel that, right? They were arguing and Bricc Baby said something he probably regrets. Or, for example, folks is pointing out this particular transcript from the Rico where they're quoting something Loose Cannon said on No Jumper. Now, if you watch that episode, Adam never asked Loose Cannon about this. Loose Cannon was in the middle of like a rant and he mentioned this particular thing that essentially got him indicted because he admitted to a particular robbery that they were trying to figure out who was involved in. And then once Loose Cannon said this on No Jumper, they figured out that Loose Cannon was indeed involved, and then the victim identified Loose Cannon afterwards.
And so basically it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cuz it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns. And when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that. And I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
I'm his high-tech shit.
I'm his right-hand man.
They writing down serial numbers. I would have instantly been like, okay, motherfucking stop. Okay. Tracker, man. You supposed to be a street nigga selling some poles. What you writing down serial numbers for, nigga? I'm grabbing niggas' shirts after that. Fuck you mean? And niggas ain't gonna be wearing a wire, bro. Niggas got a phone now. That bitch could just download an app and have that bitch continuously going and listening. Shit. Download this app and put this password in.
You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right?
Some criticism is warranted, but blaming Adam or blaming No Jumper for why Loose Cannon and Bricc Baby is currently in jail, to me, is kind of silly. These are grown men who said things most of the time on the podcast. Like they said things that were unprovoked. They just sort of said it for content. Now, Adam did respond back to a particular video that's been circulating out there of a particular TikToker claiming that the feds done contacted Adam and Adam has agreed to cooperate and he's turning over footage. Here's what Adam had to say regarding that.
I'm sandwiched between the two generations. I'm helping to give caregiver responsibilities to my dad.
I just saw a video where a certain somebody said that they think that I'm a cooperator, that I'm a witness in this whole indictment. I just want to clarify. If the feds hit me up, I'm going to sit with the feds. I'm going to have a conversation with them. Want to know why? Because I don't know Like, number one, what the hell do I know about Big U? I barely spent time around Big U. I interviewed him. That's about it.
Big U only know what he wants you to know.
We've had conversations and shit. But would I be able to be privy to any of the crazy stuff that they might eventually accuse him of? No, not at all.
You know, it's crazy. Niggas would be more mad at Adam than Big U. Me personally, it hit different when it's your own skin folk blending in, misguiding souls, and then you realize, man, you ain't shit. Like, you ain't shit. Then you pose as this big elder, big homie. Like, then you was posing, and there's probably niggas that really looked up to you, and you just a shit person. You ain't a true leader. And I know casualties happen in war and shit like that, but not the way he was moving. That nigga was moving on some boule shit, sacrificing shit.
Bricc Baby never told me about nothing of any significance in terms of any kind of street shit.
Goofies, bro.
You know, he's told me about stuff, but not like anything that really would move the needle. I wouldn't be able to say that I witnessed anything really illegal of any interest, even if I did have the feds breathing down my neck. Loose cannon, like what the fuck do I know about loose cannon? The only I seen is the that everybody else has seen on video. So I just want to throw that out there that, you know, me telling. I have not had a conversation with a fed, a cop, about any gang shit, street shit, anything involving Crips. I never had a cop say the fucking word Crip to me, ever.
I believe him. You want to know why? Because they don't have to talk to you. They just watch your channel from afar. You don't even, that's better. That's even better. That's even better. I feel like the fact that Adam doesn't have a connection directly with the police department makes it better. Shit. Now, I'm not gonna say this nigga is conspiring like on some snowfall shit, like how people are trying to make it look like, but like, bruh, cause I seen Adam whole come up. I watched him for years when everybody just knew him for being he interviewed X or shit like that. Like before social media was, every blog was trying to post something every day. This is before them times, right? Blogs been trying to post shit, but like now it's like conspiracies and shit run the world now, you know? When 4 years ago they called you crazy for saying a conspiracy. But now the whole world is a fucking earth is a conspiracy right now. So the thing about it is though, when it come to Adam, like I said, he's enabling this shit. He'll set the track, like he playing like chess. Like if you want to tell on yourself, go ahead. If you don't, that's on you. But it's like, bro, y'all could be picking different people to promote on these platforms. It's people that make real music still. You know what I'm saying? It's people that really
in my whole life.
You know.
So I just want to make that perfectly clear. You can count on Big 22. I'm solid.
Lucky for everybody involved, Adam sounds like he got some coaching from the goons. He got some coaching from the gang members around him. Now, I'm not around gang members that much, so I'm not this media coached. Right? I'm spilling the beans, bro. I'm just hey, listen, man. I'm not going to jail for nobody, bro. All right. If I have to come and sit for a deposition, I'm sitting. All right. If I gotta come and I'm not lying under oath. I'm not risking perjury. I'm saying whatever I know, I'm telling. I'm sorry, bro. If you didn't want me to tell you, you shouldn't have told me, bro. It's really that simple, bro. But I'm not risking going to jail.
You can't be mad at that. That's how most folks is, bro. Even the most streetest niggas, bro, do exactly what he just. The same nigga that be like, oh, Flock, oh, bro, I gotta turn the video off, bro. This nigga Flock a snitch. Oh, you snitch. These are right. Niggas say that and they never been in no position to ever even where your life was you know, or you being lied on, or like I don't give a fuck if a nigga lie on me, I'm telling. Like certain, but people be like, oh well, you can't tell. Nigga, he just lied on me and tried to destroy my life and try to make me take a charge for him. Oh, but that's what the gang do. Man, I will kill you. Bitch, I kill what Jeff said. Bitch, I kill you.
Nobody. Nada. I'm my mom's only child. Bro, I can't be in jail, homie. All right, I'm gonna try my best not to come and testify, but if I got to come and testify, and I'm not lying under oath. Now, if I don't wanna
snitching,
go down that path, hey, bro. Shout out. Hey, Adam's a loyal dude, man.
Thanks
I'm not that
snitching.
loyal, homie. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Nigga.
You know, I'll put money on books. I'll call. You feel me? I'll look out for the family. You feel me? If you ask me to, you feel me? I'll do what I can, but the risk of going to jail, I ain't that loyal, okay?
Oh, God.
Now, other people, though, aren't too convinced. Like, for example, Rory from Rory and Maul. He believes that Adam22 is actually at risk of also getting picked up by the feds.
Okay, yeah, let's see
and here's
this.
his reason.
What's up
I'm
with
working the feds. I'm not on that type of time. Adam, be careful. Because if you think the feds ever need logic in a Rico case, as far as money being funneled and what that money went to, even though you didn't even know where the money was going, don't act like you can't get brought up in this shit either. I don't think Adam did anything. But do you think the feds care? You think they play by the same rules we play by? A lot of times you can find any wired money, and that money that was wired there was used to do something that was sent to somebody. You get caught up in this in a heartbeat. And just happened at your compound. recently with the people that were arrested.
Yeah.
So Adam, I see you joking on the internet, and I swear I'm not one of these people that are sitting here like, you and Vlad like indict people. I don't think you had anything to do with this. But the fact that you're arrogant and think you can't get caught up in this is insane. No, you didn't do anything wrong. When has that mattered to the feds?
And in
your
Rico,
money funnels through people. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, in a Rico, it doesn't have to be anything violent, physical.
No.
Just like you said, money, a wire sent here for an interview, anything.
Even if you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they'll tie shit together.
When did that matter?
Yeah, they'll tie shit together. So
they're not wrong. If we look at the Irv Gotti and Supreme Rico that took place in like 2005,
I'm getting a thumbnail right
what happened?
now.
Irv Gotti was the businessman, was the mogul who was doing nothing illegal. But because Irv Gotti and Supreme had some business going on, they tied Irv Gotti into the Rico, charging him with assisting Supreme in concealing like $1 million of narcotic transactions. Irv Gotti had nothing to do with it. He was ultimately acquitted, but the feds will find a way to get you roped in if they need to get you roped in. Especially if you're somebody they believe is with proximity who may have information, they're gonna find a way to squeeze you, bro. That's why I let them know from the very beginning, bro. Y'all don't need to squeeze me, bro. All right, I would open my tab myself. All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna talk. Y'all don't need to squeeze me. But they're not wrong in this at all. Right, you know, you could very easily tie it in. Now, I have examples on how I believe they could tie it in.
Yo, one thing about Instagram, I'm trying to find a thumbnail for this shit, but one thing about Instagram now, bro, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. They fucked this shit up. Like, social media is just terrible right now. Like, that's why I only try to make money off this shit, because it's like, if you're just trying to, like, even just consume content on a basic level, YouTube probably is the only decent platform left. You feel me? But that's all these. You see what I mean? He just run up a bag, bro. This shit, like, when niggas post shit like this, bro. Shit, bro. Dudes really wake up and leave a YouTube comment calling me, etc., and the Fed think they're doing something. Adam the Feds, bro, in the comments. That do be funny. That's funny as hell. That shit don't do nothing. Nigga just in the comments, but. Anyway, he posted that the DJ Vlad interview did got 100K.
I'm not gonna say those examples. Obviously, I'm not gonna give the police or the feds any wise idea.
Again, man, you know, we just have to wait and see.
Your brother went through it. Had nothing to do with the case whatsoever.
That's a fact. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. It's gonna a lot is going, because the one thing I'll tell you, if you thought niggas was talking before, when they get them in them rooms and they turn that little hot light bulb on. And they start telling you niggas how much years y'all facing. Ooh wee.
Look at the money maker.
That's the no jumper that Adam want. He want them interviews.
No,
that's the interviews he want.
No matter what, I think Adam is going to be called. He's going to get a subpoena, not even if it's criminal. Like,
yeah,
we need to see your financial records. That's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
And Adam, understand, rightfully so. You think Adam is going to be like, nah.
No, come on. He's definitely gonna.
And I'm not fault if he said, "Here you go." I would do the same thing.
Absolutely,
literally.
Yeah, that light's gonna be on him as well. Give me all your financial records.
Think you ain't finna be part of this case, gang.
Adam for anything, and Adam don't give it, I'll be pissed off. Like if the Fed say, "Hey, bro, we need all the footage from this day," and he don't give it, I'll be pissed off. He said, "Hey, bro, we need all the financial records," and he don't give it, I'll be pissed off, bro. Right? Because, bro, we have to have the hard discussions here, homie. Even if whatever he turns over is going to be used to convict people, okay.
So,
but you still have a staff of roughly 20 to 30 other people you have to worry about. And if you get caught up in a RICO and, you know, the content that's being produced stops, the chili stops, and 30 people lose their jobs, that's not really, you know, the best course of action. So, of course, you know, I will push Adam to turn over whatever he can turn over. You know, because, you know, he's a law-abiding citizen who did nothing wrong in his business.
I can't wait till I got a team running my shit. I'm going to scale my shit to a certain point. It's going to get like that, bro. Like, I'm going to start me a media page. I already got my media page for real right now. That's why I cover the content I do, because I got a lot of shit I'm going to do. Y'all don't care.
To not be affected.
Nobody cares about that. Back to the
right?
video.
You know, trying to keep it solid. No, we don't need to keep it solid in this situation, okay? We ain't do nothing wrong.
I just hope that, you know, anybody that's involved in any type of criminal dealings of any level, just stay off of these podcasts, stay away from these microphones, stay away from these cameras if that's the life that you live in.
Nigga, stop.
That's not even just wishful thinking. That's just impossible. Of course that would never happen. Because according to these street dudes, bro, a lot of them going to school ain't an option. Going and getting a job ain't an option.
For some reason.
These street dudes believe that they are entitled to fame because they are big, bad, and tough and have killed people in the past. So these podcasts is how they can get their story out, get publicity, and make a career out of themselves because they all believe they deserve to be famous. Right. So if they stay off the podcast,
all of them,
what would they do with their lives? If they stay off the podcast, what exactly do you expect them to do? Because they don't want to go to work, they don't want to work at Best Buy, and most of them can't because they probably have like soiled their reputation in the community. So where if they do work a job at 9 to 5 and people know you're gonna be here every day, you're probably gonna get killed within a week of working there. So a lot of them, their only course of action is to try to get famous, and the fastest way to try to get famous is to probably hop on a podcast. But here's the thing, though, right? When it comes to fame and when it comes to crime, you can't do both. So even if they stay off the podcast and do their own thing and do YouTube videos and tell their own stories, it's still going to be the same cycle. They're still going to say a little too much. And all the feds needs is an inch too much and they're coming for you. So no, that's not even an option. Now, when it comes to these podcasts, though, Tariq Nasheed has a unique theory. Tariq Nasheed believes that all these gangbangers and gangsters and street dudes that you see on these podcasts antagonizing other street dudes, dissing other street dudes on every podcast they're on, Tariq Nasheed believes that these people are actually government agents who are being sent and implemented and instilled in the culture and on these different platforms to cause chaos, right? Because when they go on these platforms and they start beef and they start diss, that draws in other people, and now when other people is drawn in, the feds now can essentially, you know, trick them out their position. So here is Tariq Nasheed's theory regarding the gangsters on these podcasts.
You better watch these informants, man, because see, a lot of these informants are getting on these podcasts, and a lot of these informants are trying to do the whole jock thing,
right? And
a lot of these dudes are working with them people, and that whole shock jock gangster shit. That's a new tactic to get cats hemmed up.
When I say these niggas is government agents and boule, y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all think I'm a hater, and I just made a video and said on my new song, I said Little Bibby started Grade A Productions and is signing drill rappers and created the whole new Chicago drill wave. Basically, he gave it a voice. Is that not some agent shit? Well, that's just rap, bro.
Because what they do, they get these informants to instigate online beefs. Why? Because see, the internet, that provides a real easy trap for self-snitching. You know, they know that social media that made it made people talk reckless. So informants can bait people into making threats, admissions, or engaging in illegal activity online. Watch these folks who are always instigating beefs. Watch these people, just random beefs, people who instigate these beefs. I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying.
He's not wrong per se, because every once in a while, and you would notice this too, every once in a while, man, there's a dude who just pops up out of nowhere, antagonizing, instigating, and you ask yourself, wait, how did this dude become famous? That's because, some of these dudes, man, are working before they become YouTubers and podcasters, bro. Some of these dudes were already in the system or already government informants, and they're just coming to muddy up the waters. Like, one dude was going around town calling himself a bodyguard for various rappers. Bro, like, come to find out he lied about everything. He was calling himself, currently working with the feds to save children being trafficked. Come to find out he lied about everything.
Talking about Big Homie? Big Homie ain't lying, bro. That's just out of context. His shit, Big Homie CC, a lot of his shit is out of context. Cause I seen him when he first came out, and then I seen when the antics, the gatekeepers started attacking him, you know? So you wrong on that, no Flacco. That nigga really be saving people, bro. But it's like, that's not no internet shit. That ain't no, how I explain this shit, man. There's things that's going on in this world. Everything you see on the internet, that's not life. That's like a small, everything you see on the internet, people talk about everything, but it's like a small window into what's actually really going on. It's like a vlog. You're only gonna see what I want you to see on a vlog. So you gotta think about it like that, you know?
But he was actually calling real gangsters and real dudes who was really about it. He was calling them homosexuals on the internet, right? Lying about, you know, him knowing them, lying about seeing certain things, right? But a dude like that just came up out of nowhere, right? Nobody knew he existed. And one day he's on various different podcasts and it's all connected, and he's on Cam Capone and No Jumper and Real Life Production and this and this. And you start to ask yourself, where did he come from? Dudes like that, I understand. But I feel like the bulk majority are just clout chasers, man, or just dudes who are willing to come on platforms. They know that when you come on these platforms to leave a lasting impression, to get, you know, invited back, you have to give up the juice. And when they, you know, and when they go on these platforms, they're willing to give up the juice in exchange for an invite back and to go viral and build their name. Because these dudes are allergic to work. And some of these dudes, man, are literally allergic, bro. Bro, you put a job application in front of them, they start breaking out in hives. That's how allergic they are to working a regular job. So to a lot of them, this is their way out. Come on the internet, talk about their hood business, talk about who they done murder, who they done kill. This is their way out. And well, you can't blame them. So I do believe a small portion of people are indeed government workers being sent to cause chaos, but the rest of them, man, they just clout chasing, homie. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Do y'all agree with Tariq Nasheed? Do y'all agree with Rory that Adam needs to be careful or else he may be arrested very soon?
I ain't gonna lie though, we is gonna have to see more proof. I ain't even gonna speak on that, man. I'm just gonna leave it for the next video, man. I don't know if y'all wanna hear me yet, but I was gonna say, like, I do want to see more proof about that No Jumper trafficking ring. But at the same time, if you protected by the elites and y'all really know what's going on in this world, certain shit'll never get exposed. They only expose what they want to get exposed. So yeah, man, I'm out.